I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Rebecca Hill at the Marion County Extension Office. And an exciting program has been going on for the past 2 days here at the Extension Office. It's the Marion County American Private Enterprise System program that's going on with 25 students from Marion County High School getting to take part. We're going to find out more about those students that are taking part and what this program is. But first of all, tell us, you said it was 25 juniors that are taking part in this program?
Yes, the top 25 juniors were invited, and it was based on GPA. And very quickly, all 25 agreed to participate. So we've got, actually, one had an issue, so we've got 24 students back there participating right now.
Okay. Now, it's the American Private Enterprise System program, or what have you. What's been going on? It's a 2-day program?
It's a 2-day program. Yesterday, the students listened to different speakers in the county and outside the county about different topics of business. So, for example, yesterday morning, Jimmy Higdon started us off with the role of government in our economy and talked about how the government influences business and the role that they play. And then throughout the day, we had additional speakers.
Okay. And it's all about business in general, correct?
Yes. And an interesting thing with the program, at the end of each speaker, the students have a payday quiz, and they're awarded cash prizes for those. So they've been very intently listening and discussing so that they can score well on those payday quizzes.
Absolutely. And it was a former man who was an entrepreneur here in Marion County who passed away a couple years ago, whose family made this possible. Yes,
Tim Elk, he was a local, many of us knew him as a local farmer. He owned Serenity Farms alpacas, but he was a very affluent businessman, and he had a passion for teaching youth about business. And so his family set up some funds for us to use for this program, and we're very fortunate to have those to make this possible. And part of what's being awarded actually here in a couple hours is the Tim Elk Spirit Enterprise Award, and that will be awarded to the top 4 students based on their scores on the jackpot test. And those students will be awarded a cash prize as well as a trip to the next level of the APES program, or the American Private Enterprise Program, which is the Kentucky Youth Seminar.
Okay. And so is this going to be an ongoing program from now on?
Yes. We plan to make this an annual event. We're very fortunate that the Marion County Industrial Foundation has also agreed to make this a part of their budget and invest in our youth through this program. So we plan to make it an annual event.
Okay. And what is the goal for the students for the outcome from this program?
The goal for the students is to create a better understanding of the business world. It doesn't matter what career that you're choosing, you're going to need an understanding of business. If they want to be a dentist, then they might be in charge of running that business. And we just want to create a better appreciation. And earlier, the students were tasked with board cases, and so they had to address different issues that might come up in a business and defend their decision. And we really just want them to understand that with every decision, there's a consequence, and decisions, especially in business, are not always black and white. And we've seen them work through that process and been really proud of the results.
Great. Again, it's been held here at the Marion County Extension Office. It's been Gary White with Rebecca Hill. I'm here now with some of the students taking part in the program here at the Extension Office, and we're going to have them introduce themselves. They're all juniors at Marion County High School, and they've been going through this 2-day program where they're learning about business. First off, we have...
I'm Kaylee Cox.
Hi, I'm Leah Hazelwood.
I'm Kelly Mattingly.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about some of the programs that you've had here today, and what have you learned yesterday and today?
Well, we've just been learning about the different types of corporations, cooperatives, LLCs, and stuff like that. We've learned how the government plays a role in businesses and how certain things can affect our economy and what we can do to boost our economy and what causes inflation and stuff like that.
Now, you had an interest in business before coming to this program?
Yes, me and him are actually officers on our school's Future Business Leaders of America board. So okay. I've had a lot of interest in business, and I hope to do something with it in my future.
So what is some of the advice that you've gotten in the past 2 days that you're going to be able to take with you to further your business interest?
Just that everything doesn't work out like you think it should. I think one man, Kalen Reed, said that he had completely different intentions of going to school for what he actually ended up doing.
So you never know what the future holds.
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me, we've had the different students here. You just took a test, right? What were some of the questions that they were asking you that they're hoping that you're taking away from this?
Well, they were all like true false questions, and just about cumulative, about what all we've learned. So.
Now, you also are competing for a scholarship, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The scholarship is worth $100, and we're going to have 4 winners today, and the 4 winners get to go to the statewide competition, which will be in June.
Okay. Now, this is the first time that this program is being done here in Marion County. They hope to continue it. Would you encourage other students to take part?
I think it's an awesome program. I've learned so much, and now I have a little bit more of an interest in business. I always wanted to go into business, but this just helped me further my education in what all happens in our economy and stuff like that.
What kind of business do you have an interest in doing?
I don't know. My dad's a financial advisor, so I've been thinking about doing something like that because the stocks, those are really interesting on how things in our economy affect the way the stocks fluctuate, how they go up and down, and it's really nice to see how everything works and how complicated it is. I just find that very interesting.
And how about you? What kind of interest for business would you have?
I have an interest in international business just because I like how one small thing could happen in a Chinese factory and it's going to greatly affect America.
Now, a lot of the people who have taken part in this program are people from our community. Were you familiar with many of the people who came in to speak?
Yes, sir. We have Jimmy Higdon, is our senator, and we have local bank presidents like Melissa, and just a lot of key figures in our local community.
So even here in Marion County, which is considered a smaller community, there's a lot of diversity, isn't there?
There is a lot of diversity, and I'm glad that we were exposed to it today.
Well, thank you all for talking with me. Again, these are some of the students taking part in the program here at the Marion County Extension Office. I'm here now with Skip Elk, who is the brother of Tim Elk, who was a local business owner in Marion County, and there will be a Spirit Award that's going to be given out in Mr. Tim Elk's name a little bit later today to 4 of the students, I believe, that are here taking part in this program. But tell us a little about how this program came about and the Elk family's involvement.
Well, Tim, he grew up in Connecticut and Michigan and New York, and he went to college in Rhode Island, and he worked in Georgia, Ohio, and Texas. But he always considered Kentucky to be his home, and he was very proud of being part of a citizen in the community of Lebanon and over in Raywick, and he really enjoyed being with the authentic people here, if you will. And when we thought about how can we commemorate him, we got in contact with Ron Hustedy of the University of Kentucky and the Coaches Institute up there, because Tim was very active in that and very proud of that. He was very proud of the fact that he had been commissioned a Kentucky colonel and proud to be part of that mission. And so somehow we wanted to get involved, commemorate Tim in that way. And so that's how we did it. And Ron Hustedy contacted Melissa Knight, and I think that's how it really began.
So you can see the students behind us who are taking part. This is the first program of its kind for here in Marion County, where they're learning about all various kinds of business. As we said, Tim was an entrepreneur in our community, so it kind of was part of what he liked to do to encourage other business owners.
Oh, absolutely. He, as a graduate of the Kentucky Coaches Institute, he took his role there very seriously, and he had Serenity Farms, which was out on Frog Lane here in Raywick. And he was, I'm told, he had a number of times, he invited people out there to see the farm and show them around. And he'd spend at least a half an hour of every presentation talking about the virtues of doing business here in Marion County and Connecticut, and Kentucky. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, as we said at the end of the program here, it's a 2-day program, you're going to have a Spirit Award. What made you decide to get involved with that scholarship in Tim's name for part of this program?
Well, because I think he really had a passion of helping, particularly the Marion County youth, in developing certainly a business understanding, and then perhaps even an entrepreneurial understanding.
Fantastic. So 4 other students who are taking part are going to benefit from that scholarship in Tim Alk's name here at the program here at the Extension Office. And thank you to you and your family for funding this program, because now it's going to be able to continue on for several students in the future.
It's an honor and a privilege for us to be able to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. This has been Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.